Hi everyone, welcome back. Now that we understand the SQL database structure, we can start the query part. So the first, we are gonna talk about the most basic SQL statement, which is the select function. So the select is how we tell the database which column we want to see. So think about we are asking the database a question. Like show me this information from that table. And let's look at the example here. We can say that we want to see the actor ID, first name, and its last name from the actor table. And we can run this query. Yeah. So it shows up the first 10 actor in this database. And we can notice that the limit can help us control how many rows we want to see. And don't forget to add a semicolon at the end of the SQL statement. Now you can pause this video to try if you can figure out this question. Show the first 5 films from the film ID, title, and the release year. Okay, so the second part is the where clause. Which is to filter the data, filter the rows that meets a condition. For example, if you want to see the films that only from 2006 are returned, and we can select the film ID, title, and the release year from the film table, which is this one. Okay, then we can use the where function and to specific the year of the 2006. Okay, so here's our result here. Again, here's a challenge for you to find all the film that with the rating of the PG and the rental duration which is greater than 5 days. The third one is order by statement. Sometimes we don't just see the raw data. We want it to be sorted. Then we can use the order by functions here. For example, if we want to show the 10 longest film, so we go to the film table. Yeah, so there's a length here, so we can select the title and the length from the film table. And we can we can sort the length in the descending order. And the limit 10, which shows the first 10 longest film. And we got the result here. Okay, so be careful that the default function is ascending order. So if you want to see the descending order, you need to use the DESC. Again, you can pause this video to try if you can figure out this question. And the first one is the group by function. Here we talk about summarizing the data. The group by cost takes the row with some value in the column and group them together. Then we can use the function like count, average, and sum to calculate the totals. For example, here's how we can count how many films exist in each rating category. So here we use the count to simplify the means count of like how many rows there are in each group. So we select the rating, count it as the number of film from the film table. And we can group by the rating and order the number of film by the descending order. So this is our result here. The film number is in the descending order and grouped by the rating. So pause this video and try if you can figure out this question. Okay, so far we only work on the single database, right? So in the real world database, the data is spread across the multiple table. So we need to use the join function to connect them together. For example here, every rental is linked to a customer, right? So I want to see who made each rental. I can use the join function to link the rental table with the customer table here. So we can say that from the rental table, and then we want to join the customer C. Here we have the customer as a primary ID here, but we also have the customer ID in the rental table, which is the foreign key here. So we want to connect the two ID, primary key and the foreign key together because they are the same. So we use the join function here, and we can select the rental ID, rental date, and the customer's first name and their last name. And here's our result here. Notice here that I used the alias R for the rental and the C for the customer, which make the query easier to read. Okay, you can also pause this video to see if you can figure out this challenge. And I think that's all for today's workshop. So let's wrap up quickly. We use the select statement to choose which column to display. And we use the where cost to filter the rows, order by to sorting the result, group by to summarize the data into a group, and the join function to combine the data across multiple tables. Yeah, I think next time if we have another workshop in the future, we can talk more about the advanced query because this will take time. But if you're interested, you can take a look of the our slides and also the notes here. And don't worry for the test challenge. We'll have another answer and provide it in the separate files. Yeah, and that's it for today. Thank you for joining us and hope to see you in the future workshop. See you.